I went back to bed, and a couple of hours later, I'm woken up, and there's my daughter jumping on top of me, smiling.
Okay, let's hope. Hopium.
How do you feel? And she's like, I feel great. And I'm like, okay, what do you want to do today? And she says, well, we still haven't gone to Typhoon Lagoon yet.
Ding, 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 ding.
I stood up and I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
Typhoon Lagoon, you say?
You sure you're feeling up for this? And she's like, yes. I'm feeling better. And I'm like, have you been sick today? She's like, no, I feel wonderful. And I turn to my wife and I'm like, what do you think? And she's like, well, I don't know about that. I don't think it's a good idea if we take her out into the sun after she's been feeling bad. And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? She's like, well, why don't we just go to Epcot, meet up with your family? And I'm like, let me get this straight. You don't want to take her into the sun, but you're okay to take her to Epcot?
In the sun.
Yeah. I'm like, it's a freaking theme park. I mean, unless we're in a gift shop, there's no way you're going to be able to avoid the sun. I mean, why not give the kid what she wants? Let's at least, see how it goes. So we debate this back and forth, and we finally settle on, we'll go to Typhoon Lagoon, but we're only going to give it an hour. We'll see what happens, and we'll see how she handles it.
Okay.
So we pack up and we go, and now we get to the bus stop, and this is the longest wait we've ever had to wait for a bus at the Coronado.
Which is unusual based upon what you said the past
really
show.
Was, yeah. Coronado was, again, still to this day, the fastest transportation, including the monorail, I've ever had in Disney property.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to stay there one day.
Oh, you should. So we sat at that bus stop for close to like 20 minutes or so, because seemingly there's only really one bus that goes back and forth from the Coronado to Disney Springs. And then from there, you got to catch a bus to Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh, you got to transfer.
Right. There's no direct bus to Typhoon Lagoon. And it's such a ways away that, again, I mean, I don't know if there's one bus, two buses, but it's minimum, it was like a 20-minute wait when we waited there. So the bus finally arrives, and what do you know? It's one of those plain, nondescript, janky-looking
loose leaf buses.
Yeah, there's no Disney marking on it whatsoever, and a plain white sheet of paper in the window saying Disney Springs.
What is that? That's so weird.
Right here.
Yeah.
We won't take you off a cliff, we promise.
Is their fleet like falling apart where they can't have buses that look like Disney buses?
Is something on strike?
I've never remembered in my life encountering a bus like that.
It's a thing. But after waiting for over 20 minutes,
you're going to take whatever.
I'm not waiting for another bus. So janky it is, man.
Janky it is.
If the bus driver turns out to be a murderer, well, give me Typhoon Lagoon or give me death. I'm good. I mean, I'm not waiting for another 20 minutes.
I mean, I thought it was going to be Grady from Sanford and Son driving the bus, but okay.
I'll take that too. I don't care. So we step aboard this plain white nondescript bus to friggin' Disney Springs, and it's like boarding the Magical Express. Come to find out, these janky nondescript white buses that have no markings of Disney whatsoever and a little loose leaf sheet of paper in the window.
Yeah.
They're like shuttle buses with air conditioning and cushion, like
charter buses.
Carpeted seats. Yeah, like charter buses. There's TVs on the window, but they're all turned off.
Toilets in the back?
There could have been a toilet in the back. I didn't look.
How you went for toilets? You just said TV.
I know.
Because it's a nice charter bus. And
when I was telling him about it, I'd ride over from he's like, yeah, there's a toilet in the back. I'm like, yeah, of course there's a toilet in the back. And I didn't realize that. So he's
connected it. It's like if it's a charter bus, it's like, this must have a toilet in the back.
But it's luxury.
Which Disney buses don't. Regular Disney buses don't have a toilet in the back.
This bus was the nicest bus I've ever set foot on.
That's awesome.
To be transferred from one Disney area to another.
So this was luxury.
It was a luxury bus. Like, if you see a janky bus and you're like a little suspicious, get on the bus. Because that is a nice bus.
I like the Beauty and the Beast of buses.
There was some girl on the bus who had a birthday, and the bus driver gets on the intercom, kind of like the old days, and was like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We got little Susie on this bus, and she's got a birthday, and let's all go ahead and sing along. And happy birthday. We do a whole sing along to the little girl on the bus, and we're just having a blast, trekking along to Disney Springs, not even noticing the time, just having the time of our lives on this janky nondescript.
In comfort.
In comfort.
Nice.
In
awesome.
Complete comfort. And finally, we get to Disney Springs, and what do you know? There's a bus sitting right there at our bus stop waiting to take us to Typhoon Lagoon.
Perfect.
Yep. We hop on the bus. We travel on over to Typhoon Lagoon. We get there. We all hop out. We go to the gate. Lily makes it in. Anna makes it in.
Uh-oh.
I go to scan my ticket, but there's an issue.
Oh, no!
Hey,
I had the hopium. Everything was looking so good.
Hopium. I was high on Hopium just now.
I'm feeling like Moses here. Like I brought my people to the promised land, and I can only look upon them entering. I cannot step foot. This is not fair.
No exodus for you.
That was a deep reference, Dan.
But
I gotta give you
I
props
like
on that
that.
one.
No,
I like that. That was
I was
good.
biblical with that.
That's
You
a
did.
Jesuit education right there.
Right there. Theology
Go
at
ahead,
its finest.
Thank you, Father Hawkins.
That's right. Father Hawkins. Yes.
So a cast member comes by with his little iPad, fixes things, and boom, I'm right back in there. So that was a small little inconvenience. Nothing too bad. No real problem. But, yeah, just another instance of the tickets not quite working the way they should work. But boom, we get in there, we grab a locker, we throw our swimsuits on.
And we want to just take a second and thank our lovely Patreon supporters. There they are. And look, if you want to up your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way. There you'll find awesome tiers from which you can choose from to help support the Magic Our Way podcast. Again, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way.